Hi, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp workshop. Today I'm going to show you a little fall fun card because today is Labor Day weekend, so fall's coming. I was hoping that we would be able to spend some time outside. We did a little bit yesterday, but today it's not rainy, but it's gloomy and cloudy, so it's not a great outside day. So I'm hoping that I can get a bunch of tutorials done today, and then on the actual holiday tomorrow, maybe spend some time outside. So I did want to show you a couple of cards that you may have not seen the tutorials for. I do have a series of trifold cards. 2 of them have posted. 1 of them is still to come. So this is the Halloween one. So this one's up. And then this is the Christmas one, and this one's up, and the fall one will be coming. So these are little window panel cards that are trifold. So those are both up. Then I have some cards that are using the sets that you will get free this month if you sign up to be a demonstrator on my team. So this one's super cute. It's this tutorial's up, but information about joining my team is on my website. And in September, you do get 2 free sets in addition to everything else that you get that you pick. And then my In the Pines class is the second sign up time for the second class is closing. I don't know when this is going to post, so it's going to close real soon after this video goes up. And then that will be the last time. These aren't the cards that you make, but it is what comes in the bundle. So you'd be able to make these, and those tutorials are up. So that closes. And then my Gilded Autumn, that will also close. And that's the last time that you can sign up for those classes. So those classes will close. And then the set I'm using today is called Fireside Trimmings. That class is still open. It has a few more days to sign up. I think the signups for it are through the middle of the month. It's a super cute little set. It's got a ton of dies, a ton of tiny little stamps. And you know, when most of you see it, you see the fireplace, which it's a fireplace builder. In the class, we'll be making a Halloween, a Thanksgiving, a Christmas, and a New Year set. So this one does use the entire fireplace. It's kind of a fall card. And then I did one just with the fire, and this was a fall card as well. And then today we're going to use not the fireplace again, because I like when you get these big sets to take a look at not using the main piece. That way it gives you a lot more options and you can see it. And the dies that come in this, there's a lot of dies that you can use with other sets as well. Like these little stars here, those are so super cute. And when I did this one, I used the Country Home, which I know a lot of you already have because this was super popular like 2 years ago, and it's still in the catalog. And I still had it sitting on my desk, and I'm going to use the Happy Harvest Blessings again, just because it's a great fall words. I thought about using the Simply Thankful for All Good Things because it would go too. And then I'll show you this because I was going to do a Welcome Autumn or a Welcome Fall, but I couldn't find a fall or an autumn that I could cut out of something else to use. So I just went back to what was laying on my desk because it was easy, and I'm hoping to get a couple of cards filmed today. So I just have very vanilla. We're really going to go just basic fall, simple kind of country farmhouse look. So we've got that. Then I have some scrap papers. So I have shimmery white, and then this is just a piece of scrap from our texture collection. And then I also have some scrap from our brushed metallic collection. And for this one, I'm going to use our dies on both of these. So I'll go ahead and cut them. So you get these little frames. And so this one cuts the whole frame, and then I'm going to end up with some scraps on my desk. And I end up with so many scraps on my desk because I make one card and then I make another one for you to see. So I end up with double the scraps. So that's why I do the series of what you can do with scraps on your desk. So we're going to cut the actual frame out of the brushed metallic. And then you can see I'm just going to run this through. Oh, I might go ahead and do this so I can cut them all at once. When I was making the card, I wasn't quite sure that I was going to use all the pieces, but I did. So let's just trim this out. And this is just a great wood grain little pattern. So let's trim that. And then on this shimmery white, it's one I just have sitting here that I can just keep using. I'm going to use the little wreath that comes in the set. So this is the only stamped image out of the set that we're using. There were some words in the set that I thought about using, one that said from our home to yours, and one that said with all our love. So you could use either of those, but I really wanted it to be more of a fall centric card. So I'm just stamping this in Memento. Super cute little set. And then I'm going to show you a fun little blends technique, because I know I use my color lifter a lot. For this, I'm not going to use a color lifter, and I just pulled out a whole bunch of colors of fall. And I'll tell you what colors I'm using as I do it. I think I'm going to switch something up on this one from my sample. On my sample, I colored my bow in the soft suede, in dark soft suede. In this one, I'm going to color my bow in the dark mossy meadow and then swap it over. So you're just going to use your bullet tip on all of them and barely just brush the color on, because you don't want it to be super dark. So just do your bow first, and you can do whatever colors you want. Like I thought about doing this kind of all reds and oranges, but then I thought, no, I'm just going to go for all the colors of fall leaves on this. And it can also be, you could color it spring colors and make a spring wreath. You can do greens and make it a Christmas wreath. You can do whatever. So I'll just tell you the colors that I'm using. And I think I pulled up all darks. So this is Dark Calypso. Again, just bullet tips and just kind of random. Place kind of a large splotch of color. You don't want to fill up the whole leaf, maybe 2/3 of it. And just so they're kind of around. And then we've got the Dark Mango. Oops, I opened the wrong one. I'll be like a kid putting their shoes on when they're learning. More than half the time I'll open the wrong side because I'm not looking. So again, and get the light colors up here by your bow. Because if you do the dark ones by your bow, they won't show as well. And then I've got Dark Pumpkin Pie. And again, just a spot of color in those. And I've got Dark Cherry Cobbler. And just a spot of color. It doesn't take long at all to color this. And then I've got light raspberry. I did get the light of this because the dark is really dark. And I wanted to be able to see it a little bit better. And I'm just going to accent a tiny bit with the suede. And it is dark suede. I could switch to the light since I'm not doing my bow now, but we'll go with this. Okay, and then instead of using a color lifter or the light colors of all of these, you know, when the leaves turn color in the fall, they kind of have a hint of all colors. So I have got my light, I think it's daffodil, my light saffron. And I'm just going to use this instead of a color lifter, because then it's going to give all of the leaves just a tinge of yellow. And you can use it then to blend your colors. And it gives a real pretty fall effect. And it just takes a second. So there you go. And because it's on the shimmer white paper, it pulls it in nicely. So fun fall little wreath. And whatever, you don't even have to have all of the colors, just enough autumn colors to pull that off. And if you don't have the saffron, you could use any of the light yellows. Because I thought I had the mango, so that would work too. So now we just need to cut these pieces out. It's the last of the days that you can get the free magnetic plate from me as well. All month long you can get a free folder if you purchase the Cut and Boss from me. And you can sign up for my free classes. Now this one has this little thing which kind of goes at the top. So you can see once you put this towards what the top of the wreath is, which I love that. So it's not one of these ones where you have to spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin to try to figure out where it goes. And then this goes on this piece. And then this goes on here. That's all of the cutting since I'm not putting the welcome on. When you put that one on, just make sure that it doesn't move too much. Mine moved a tad, but I think it's okay. Because your wreath's the focal point, you want to make sure that it goes through pretty well. Because if it messes up, yeah, it's fine. Isn't that pretty? Super sweet. Now here is your, I did those, no. Thought I did it wrong. Here's the beveled frame, because it just hadn't fallen out. So we have the frame. And then when I have a scrap piece, it's going to make an appearance on a card one day when I show you what's laying on my desk. And then here's the inside piece that will go in there. And then I have a false front that's cut a little bit smaller. And I'm going to use the textile background. Just put that in here. And if you have the new machine, then you can use the gray folder. Where did I lay mine? Use the gray plate. And if you have the old Big Shot and you never got the blue plate, then you can buy the gray plate and it will work with any of the new Stampin' Up! 3D folders. You don't have to make a shim or anything. So here's this. Pull that out and you're done with all this. And if you buy your cut and boss machine from me, then I'm going to do a series of 4 classes to teach you how to use it. So I'm going to stamp my words on this and I'm going to do it after I ran that through because it's easy enough on this one. It's not super textured. And I'm going to pull it out of the Country Home. And the tip that I have if you're doing it, one, you don't want to do one that's super textured. And this one is, oh, I just touched my stamp pad. You want to make sure that your stamp's nice and inked. And then you want to make sure that you lay it and don't rock it, but just lay it long enough that the ink can soak into the paper and all of the little like ups and downs. Because you know it's got some texture to it now and you want to make sure you give it time to get down in those lower ones. But don't rock it because if you rock it, you may catch edges. So if you do that, then you can stamp on it. Now I wouldn't do it on any that are super, super textured, like that new map one. It would be a disaster. But you can do it on these lighter ones because then your words are still mostly flat because, you know, if you stamp on them first and then you roll it through, then your words are textured. And I didn't want my words to be textured. Okay, I'm going to use my Seal Plus because we're going to use one of these fun little rings and that will hold this on here. So I'm going to put some Seal Plus on at the top right here to catch my ring. So that has the ring, and that's plenty to hold the ring because the Seal Plus is so grabby. I don't know what the word is. And then we're going to work down from that. So now I'm going to add the inside of my frame. And then I'm going to put some Seal Plus on the top of this. And the Seal Plus kind of, it folds over, like it comes off in little rectangles. So it will be bigger than this. And then you can just fold that over. And again, because it's grabby, it doesn't need a whole lot of this. And you get some on the top and the bottom and then fold it over. And it's not, it sticks to the thing. It doesn't stick to your hands. But now I can put it again on top of that. And then on top of that. And that's going to help hold that ring on there. And then I've got my little frame. And I'm going to use a dimensional. So it has some dimension to it. Pop that on there. And then to stick it to my card, I just need my regular seal. Just like this. And then it's pretty just like this, but it's fall, and in fall we're all about the color. So I pulled out my holiday rhinestones that were from last year's holiday catalog, but they're in the annual catalog now. And then get the colors that match. So the red matches because I used red in my leaves. They're just kind of the colors of fall. And then the gold, of course, matches. Come on. And then let's get a green one. And you can just kind of stick them wherever you want. 3. And super simple. Lots of metallics and colors. Here's my one with it didn't make a huge difference in the colors of my bows because they're kind of dark, but I didn't want to go with an orange bow because I didn't really want it to blend in with my leaves. So if you do, you could see here where I could put welcome here and I was going to find one that said autumn or fall and hand cut that out of a greeting. I really wanted one of our words to cut out that said autumn or fall, but I don't have one. So I don't know if we don't have one because I feel like I have everything, but I don't have everything. So we might have one, but we may have a retired one that I just don't have out. I thought about cutting out the harvest, so it said welcome harvest, but I really wanted to say autumn or fall. So, but then I saw this and I thought that's just as cute. So you have some options on what you could do with the words underneath. I think it would also be cute to have the Simply Thankful for All Good Things under there. So that's today's card. I hope you enjoy it. Super simple. So when you take one of these sets that looks like this, especially when you see the dies and you're like, yeah, I don't have time for that one. Don't look at the whole thing. Just look at the potential with all the pieces because this is super simple and it just uses the pieces. So I'm really eager to do something just with the little trees or just with the little pumpkins because it does have it. So if you take the class, in the class that we'll do with this set, we will do 2 that are a little bit more all of the pieces, and then 2 of the cards will be more like this where I show you some potential with some more simpler cards using the pieces in it. So that's what I have for you today. Everybody have a great one. Bye.